Okay guys, so you have got your invoices paid, you're ready to ship. You're going to go to your shipping labels tab here. So when I do my shipping, I use my bubble mailers. I put all my products in the bubble mailer, either in the original packaging from Paparazzi, or I use a little jewelry Ziploc bag. All of those things can be found in the resources under the business resources under the Bling U guides in the Bling U Facebook group. So if you have any questions around what I use for my shipping, please check it out on the Bling U Facebook group. So I use those bubble mailers. I add my business card. I put all the jewelry in there. I am not fancy. I don't add any extra cost. I know a lot of people like to do the organza bags, and some people wrap each piece in bubble wrap and all this stuff. I don't do any of that. I use a bubble mailer. If I feel like it's something that's going to have an issue and might need some extra padding, I will double bag it so that it's in two bubble mailers. But that's really all I do as far as the front end. This is kind of the back end where you're going to put everything into your PayPal to do your shipping. So you're going to click on that quick link for shipping, and then I do multiple orders at one time, so I use this middle one. We say get started here. This will give me a list of all my invoices that are paid and ready to go. Okay, so we used Miss Mary at the beginning, so she's here, she's paid, and I'm going to show you how to mail her package. But the first thing I want to do is manage my presets, because these are really important for you to have set up. It will make your process go much quicker, and there's really nothing that you have to remember if you have these set up already. So if you need to write things down, please get a pen and paper. If you need to stop the video at any point to catch up, please do so, because these are going to save you lots of time. I actually use 3 different presets here. I use a thick envelope, which is just a regular padded bubble mailer that is less than 1 pound. So this preset is my bubble mailer that is less than a pound. This one is for any bubble mailer that goes over a pound. Okay, so I use that flat rate envelope from the post office, or I use the same size bubble mailer with my own packaging. It will go either way. You're going to pay that flat rate for anything over a pound. If you have items that actually won't fit in a bubble mailer, it's more than that, you can do a box. And I'm going to show you how to set all of these up so they're there and you can just quickly pick them. Alright, so for a thick envelope, I use first class parcel 2 to 5 days. I mark it as a thick envelope, and I don't put my weight in here. You always want to check on your tracking, and then I turn off postage on the label, because there's a lot of times I use a flat rate of $4 for all my shipping, but a lot of my shipping is less than $4. However, the cost is incorporated in my packaging, my bubble mailers, my labels. All of that is incorporated in the cost that I charge. So when people say, well, it only costs you $3.30 to mail my package, but you charged me $4, that's where the extra cost is coming in. You cannot make profit on your shipping, or you will be having to pay tax on that. So make sure you're not overpricing your shipping. Mine is a flat rate $4, but I just leave it off the label for convenience here. So I'm going to say save on this one. My flat rate mailer, these are the presets I use for that. It is a priority 1 to 3 day padded flat rate envelope. So make sure you select that. You always want your tracking, and turn off your cost on the label. Then for a box, you're going to have the option, and you can call these anything that you want. I just do, these are what I use to help me remember what I'm using it for. For a box, I use 2 to 9 day parcel, and I will tell you why. Because if I go up to 1 to 3 priority, my average box costs me anywhere from $8 to $12 to ship. maybe even up to 15. If I take it up to 1 to 3 day priority, that box can cost me $35 to ship. So this is the least expensive way to ship a box using your PayPal presets. So it's going to allow you to put in your pounds and ounces for that box, and then it's also going to want the dimensions. I use our Paparazzi boxes. They all have the dimensions on the bottom. So 12 by 12 by 4 is a very common size for a Paparazzi box. That's what you're going to put in here. You don't do it here, you do it when you actually set the box up. So I will show you that. So UPS tracking again, turn off the cost on your label. These are the 3 different presets that I use. If you have something else that you need to add or you're adding them new, you're going to click on that add new preset. Okay, so this is how you get those set up for you. All right, so Miss Mary has paid for her invoice. She's showing up here as ready to ship. You're going to click on her actual box here and then go over to add. Okay, so this is where that preset comes into play. I'm mailing her a thick envelope, so we're just gonna do this. It is under a pound. It actually only weighed 5 point something ounces. Make sure you always round up to the next whole ounce so that you don't have anything coming back saying you didn't pay enough postage. So you're gonna put that in here and then click on calculate your shipping. Okay, so it says it's going to cost me $3.46 to mail Miss Mary's package. All right, so I have another package that needs to go to someone who didn't have an invoice. So somebody on my team won a prize and I need to ship to them. Also, this might come into play if somebody won a free one on your live and you don't charge shipping. I don't. So if somebody wins free, then I'm going to have to go up here and create that shipment. So when you do that, you're going to want to make sure your address is in here. And I'm just going to do, this is going to be a pretend person just to keep it all private. And let me see, we're just going to say, because you don't want to use real info, we'll put her out in California, and I need a zip for, okay, so then just click continue once you get that in here. Now you can put the information in on this page, but I have had trouble with it saving when I do it, so I just skip it and say done. So that gives me a line with that person's info, okay? And it's telling me it's going to cost $13. That's because we did not set up the preset. So just go in just like it was any other package. This we're going to say is a thick envelope and 4 ounces on this one. So you're going to calculate shipping. This one would cost me $3.35, okay? So I'm not actually going to print that label because it's not happening. So we're just going to say that we're sending to Miss Mary. However, you're going to click on all the ones you're actually sending. It will tell you down here how many orders you have selected and how much it's going to cost. So you're going to click on review and pay. And when you do that, you can take it out of your PayPal balance or you can use a card that you have associated. I'm not mailing till Monday, so we're going to change that mailing date and click pay. Sometimes this takes just a little bit for PayPal to process this and pop it up for me. Oh, that was quick. Okay, so then you say done. Then it's going to ask you, like if you had done 10, you could say print 10 shipping labels. Okay, so you can click on this. I don't have this set up right on this computer, so this is how you would print your label. And you can print all of them at once. So that is the whole process. You get that label printed and you're good. So I'm going to take you back just to show you a couple other things that you can do while you're in here. And the really cool thing about it is once you've purchased your labels, you can go in here to purchase labels. And these will show some that I have just done. Okay, if I need tracking for somebody, I go into my purchase label. The tracking ID is right here. You can click that link and it will take you to the post office and show exactly where that package is. I haven't actually shipped these yet, so I'm not going to do that one, but maybe one from last week we can check and see if they were delivered. So we're going to check this one and see if it actually got delivered or if it's still in processing. Okay, so this one was actually delivered. So that's how you can check that for somebody, or if you need to get them a tracking number, this is where you're going to get that. You can reprint the label if something happened. If your printer jammed and it messed up or whatever, you come back in here, you can reprint your label. You can also print your packing slip, or you can void this label. Say you printed 2 by accident or something crazy happened, you're not actually shipping it out. You can come in here, click void. It's going to ask you for a reason. You give it the reason, and then the post office will refund that after. It gives it like a week to make sure that you didn't actually ship it, and then it will give you a refund on that label back to your PayPal or however you paid. So guys, I hope this helps. This is how to do your shipping in bulk to all of your customers. It saves you time, it saves you money. You can do all of this from home without handwriting all those labels out or having to take items to the post office. You can also schedule pickups from the post office, or you can just run these up completely done and dump them in the post office bin right there without having to wait in line and get everything scanned. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If you need to know any of the items that I use for my shipping or my labels, please check the Bling U Facebook page. There is a business supply guide in there. So go check that out, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks.